Hi, I'm Chris Barnes, and today we have two very esteemed colleagues in Sean Rash and Kim Terrell-Kearney. Today we thought we'd talk about how to build a better arsenal. And with our youngest member, we'll start with Sean.
Thanks, Chris. Biggest thing about building a bowling ball arsenal is always having a plastic ball. I think shooting spares is the key to success in our sport and becoming a better player. From there, I take my benchmark ball, whether it's a dull ball or shiny ball, something I'm comfortable with. I kind of move on from there to having a ball that's shiny and dull, pin placements either up and above or down and below, and just kind of go from there and figure out what kind of pattern I'm playing on when I get there and the distances. I have a higher rev rate and a higher ball speed, so it's a lot different game than the two of you, of course. And so I look at using my ball speed to dominate the pair and the patterns and stuff like that. But Kim, I would think you have a different aspect with a different approach to the game, with a more finesse and physical, great game. So what do you think?
Well, like you said, my game isn't power. Like the two of you, I'm much more of a finesse player, and my rev rate's not very high. So equipment is very important to me. And when I'm trying to build my arsenal, and I think about what event I'm going to, and is it a sport pattern or is it going to be something more along the house lines? A benchmark ball is really where I'll always start, like you called it, and it's kind of a ball that's most predictable to me, that does what I expect it to do, and then I know which direction I want to go. If I want to go to something that's more aggressive, I look for something with more surface on it, or maybe a lower pin, or if the lanes seem to be drier, I go with a shinier ball with a higher pin, and that's just really where I want to start. And then at all times, I always have a spare ball. I shoot all my spares with plastic, and it sort of saves me in case the lanes get really, really dry, and I'm kind of covered in every direction.
Oh, absolutely. And the one thing we all agree on is a spare ball is the one ball that is a must-take to any league, tournament, or professional competition. It's the one ball you absolutely will throw every time, unless you're planning on shooting 300 every game.
Not usually.
Yeah. And like the rest, I also want a benchmark ball, mid-lane ball with good continuation, very predictable on all types of conditions. In addition, I want a higher RG ball with a weaker cover, probably some shine and some polish so that it'll get down the lane for the drier patterns. And I'll cover the other 10 or 15% with a very low RG, high differential ball with surface and a strong drilling to cover even the slickest of conditions that we might face. The middle balls, and that gets determined whether you're flying or whether you're driving, will all be comprised of higher and lower pins with altering surfaces and changing up those RGs a little bit around that benchmark ball. Some will hook a little more, some a little less to fill in the middle, and hopefully that will cover you on every lane condition. And that's how we think we ought to build a better arsenal. If you have any other questions, team up with your pro shop and with a USBC certified coach.